coaching staff against 35-3 Justice Brewer of Cameron. She's a senior, state champion at 155 last year, second at 149 as a sophomore. Black uniform, gold trim. Philip Lamb is the head coach, J.K. Smith, Mitch Colson, Frank Trussell, and Brendan Gates, the assistant.
That was one of the gutsiest performances I've ever seen out of an athlete. There's a lot of things that everyone's got quiet because they didn't want you to be targeted, right? Especially when you're bandaged up like a mummy.
Yeah.
For the viewers out there, tell people what you've been dealing with these past 3 weeks.
I tore my labrums at both shoulders, so, you know, it's been hard. That's why I've been kind of looking like a robot out there. But, you know, I decided to push through, and I'm glad I did.
When you're a wrestler and you see a girl wrapped up like a mummy and it's a target on your back, no doubt about it, how did you deal with that throughout the competition?
I mean, I'm kind of constantly in pain, and I know that they're going to come at it, so I just kind of put myself in positions that I know they can't really get it. You know, if I'm on bottom, I've got to keep my elbows tucked, they can't hook in a wing, and, you know, I just try my hardest, and, you know, it's going to hurt, and you know that, so you just got to fight through.
And living life on the razor's edge, I mean, at any point, something, because your labrums are support muscles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what is that like going into every single match for the last 2 months thinking, hey, something goes wrong, this could be your last match? How do you deal with that?
I mean, it's scary, you know, obviously, but I just have to put my all in every single match. Wrestle like it's your last match every single time, and, you know, you just keep fighting. I mean, I'm not a quitter. I'm going to go out there and try my hardest every single match. So.
And, you know, what's that say? What do you think that says to your teammates? Of course, you know, no one wants to go out injured at all, but it's wrestling. There's a mentality there. What do you think this teaches to those young girls that to find a way to win, even though you finish with a silver? I mean, what do you think this teaches to these girls?
Never give up, you know. I mean, there was a few times where I wanted to quit, and I was done, and I was in pain. And I didn't want to wrestle, but, you know, my family and my coaches talked me through it. And, you know, it sucks not to end up on top, but I tried my absolute hardest, and that's all that matters.
And that was my next question. You know, that girl came in there. She's going to be doing this for years.
Yeah.
You know, no one likes to say pass the torch because you were a very young athlete and you got a lot more torches to hold if you want to. But what's that like going out like that, especially on that?
She's a great athlete, and she's a very sweet girl. You know, I've talked to her a few times when we wrestled before. She pinned me, so I lasted all 3, so I was happy about that. But, I mean, she's like a national champion. She's really good. And, you know, I can't wait to watch her the next 3 years.
And one more question, because I could plug your brain for a year, but you know, no one gets on the top of the mountain all alone. You know, there's always someone to help them. Who are some people that really helped you get to this position where you're at today?
Definitely my family and Phil Lim, of course. You know, he talked me through it. You know, hugged me, like let me cry on his shoulders. Same with JK. I cried to JK. Once before my finals match, you know, I was kind of crying because, you know, it hurt, but they talked me through it and they told me to keep on going and that it doesn't matter if I go out there and lose in 20 seconds, they're going to support me no matter what. And I didn't lose in 20 seconds, so there's that, and, you know, I'm very proud of myself and I'm so thankful for the coaching staff that I've had.
And one more question is, what's next for Justice Brewer?
I'm not wrestling in college, but I'm going to try to push through track season, and then I'm going to get surgery, and then I'm going to become an injection nurse. So, yeah.
Nice. So it's one more sports season and off to college in a Justice Brewer, you're about to compete for a state title again. You know, how do you feel? You faced some stiff competition up until this point, but just seems like you're getting better and better with each match. What's going on here?
I feel pretty good. I don't really know. I mean, it's a good feeling to go out there and win, and knowing that I get to compete in another match is always great. And I don't know, I had some hard matches getting up here, but you know, I'm ready for it. So.
And what made the difference in that last match? That was a heck of an opponent, but you just found her in the end. What happened there?
She was really strong from neutral, you know. It's hard for me to get in my shots there. She's a really good hand fighter, and usually I'm the good hand fighter, so it was a little bit of a difference, but I just tried to block out her shots, and I mean, that's what I did, and then worked a few of my own, and, you know, just came out on top.
And what's it like being in this atmosphere right now? There's so many people from camera behind you, both in the stands, at home. What's it like just being a part of this?
You know, I mean, it's always great, you know, you got so many supporters around you. It's always a good feeling knowing you're not alone. You've always got people in your corner, whether it's your coaches, your parents, you know, family, friends, or just, you know, classmates, so it's always a great feeling.
And one more question. I was talking to Coach Phil Lim. I think Brian McClure, 2006, is the last Cameron State, two-time state champion. Outside of you, there's never been a state champion. What is it like to be, regardless of how it goes down today, part of history right now?
I mean, you know, it's a great feeling. I've already made history, and, you know, nobody can take that away from me. So it's always a great feeling. I mean, today's my birthday, so, you know, it's a good birthday present. So I'm pretty happy no matter what happens, you know. I'm going to go down in Cameron history, and I'm just proud of it. Absolutely,
and I'll make sure the people at home sing happy birthday to you, but that brings me to my last question is, you got one match left. It's your senior year. I mean, what's going through your head right now? Or is it just live the moment, kind of enjoy what's going on?
I just always tell myself, you know, like, no matter what happens, people are going to be proud of me, and I'm going to go out there and try my hardest, and, you know, hopefully my hardest is good enough, but if it's not, then that's just the way it's supposed to go. So.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Your champion, 155 pounds, Justice Brewer.
It's like lone wolf and cub. We got the elder state, no offense, the elder statesman, and of course the new kid on the block. But first of all, Justice, you know, I don't want to get into everything because there's a lot that no one wants known before state, of course, but you know, this seemed like a hard tournament. This was not something you just walked through. What was today like for you?
It was really important for me. You know, I really wanted to prove myself and what I can do. You know, obviously. Thank you. Obviously, like as a lot of people know, I've been facing some injuries and stuff. So, winning was just really something that was important to me.
And this is your first time. You know, when you broke in there, it was a solid move. I think you hit her with was it a chicken wing or a double chicken wing?
Chicken wing.
And you know, as soon as you heard that the guy hit the mat, blow the whistle, what was going through your head?
I was just really happy that I made it.
And you know, you've been knocking on the door, especially last year. What's it finally like to get through, to break through, and kind of finally get your day on the big stage?
I'm glad that like all my hard work just paid off, so that I, you know, could make it, and that I have a chance to do better things.
And Justice, this is your third time now.
Yeah.
You know, of course, silver medal your first time out, championship last time. How do you think this experience, knowing that you've been through this 2 times before, how do you think this is going to benefit you?
It's definitely benefiting me a lot. You know, obviously, like my first year, I was super nervous, but now it's kind of like I got a few years underneath my belt. I know what to do, and hopefully I can pass that down to Taryn, and you know, tell her that whatever happens, happens, and it's all in God's hands. So you just really have to believe in yourself and Him, and it'll get you there.
I was about saying, kind of. You've been through state and little league, right? Or is this so this is your first time ever? Woo. I mean, you know, as an athlete, there's not a lot of folks that get on that state stage. Who are some of the people that kind of help you get up there? Of course, you did all the work, but you know.
Well, I mean, like my coaches, obviously, you know, my upperclassmen, my family have been a big motivator for me, and just myself, I've kind of pushed myself through it, you know, the hard practices, the hard tournaments, all the things like that.
She's one of the hardest workers I know. Like, she's going to put her 100% into everything, and I'm just so happy we get to share the stage together. And I'm just so proud of her. So.
I was about saying, it's the same question to you, of course. Both of you guys spent a lot of time in that wrestling room, but who do you think kind of helped you get here?
Definitely my family and the coaches especially. Like, I almost didn't wrestle this weekend because of my injuries, but, you know, they really told me that they thought I could do it, I could do great things, and, you know, I have it all to them. Like, they're my support system.
And one more question is, you guys are going to get a much-needed break. I think it's about a 2-week break because it's just been wall-to-wall wrestling for you guys. These next 2 weeks, what are you going to do? Are you going to check out some of your opponents? Kind of what's the idea?
Me personally, I don't really like to look at people I'm going to wrestle. I like to go in kind of with an open mind because I tend to freak myself out if I look at it. Yeah. So I'm just ready, you know, I'm just going to relax, you know, keep working hard, get my conditioning up, and just work as hard as I can.
And final word goes to you. What's the plan?
I'm not going to, like she said, I'm not going to look at my opponents because if I do that, then I'd focus on, like, records and stuff like that. I'm just going to try and work on some things that I thought I didn't do as well today and at past tournaments. I'm going to use practice to my advantage. I'm going to go and try and get a state tournament.
Absolutely. Hey, congratulations. It was great watching you guys. Thank you.